This is Kazuyoshi Miura, the oldest footballer of all time. But he is 56 years old and can barely move a muscle. But today that is going to change, as I'm going to make King Kazu the best player in the world.
So with that, I think it's time for me to retire. Actually, I think I still have a couple of years in me. Who knows? I can still play in Europe, win a Champions League, and maybe even become the world's best player by winning the Ballon d'Or. Football is a beautiful game.
A footballing madness! Celtic have signed the oldest player in footballing history, Kazuyoshi Miura. After going back on his retirement, he has joined his second ever European side. Here we have a Japanese wonderkid from Celtic, Nakata. Nakata, what are your thoughts of the Miura signing?
I am furious that he has joined this club. He is trying to take my spotlight. His age will take away from the attention my talent brings. I'm leaving immediately.
Hey Hidetoshi, why did your son want to leave Celtic?
He knows what you're up to. I know what you're up to. You're trying to take away the attention from the Nakata family. He will leave Celtic and become the world's best. Just watch.
In a shocking twist of events, Nakata has joined Rangers, Celtic's biggest rivals. The ultimate betrayal has occurred. We may see a new rivalry. Miura vs Nakata, young vs old. Watch this space.
So it's back to training for King Miura, as he is 56 years of age and he's going to his second ever season in Europe as he joins Celtic, leading up to the first game of the season up against Livingston. He is coming off the bench around the 60th minute. Can he go ahead and make an impact in his debut?
Wow, 56 years of age and I am playing European football. I want to enjoy this as much as possible and be the best I can.
And here comes Celtic, looking for another goal here to make it 3-0. King Kazu has come on. Can he go ahead and make an impact? But it's Furuhashi on the ball, who gives it to King Kazu with a tap in, and he puts it away. 56 years of age, surely the oldest goal scorer in the Scottish League and in the world even. He scores his first goal for Celtic. Who knows what his career is going to bring, as he is already 56 years old. And now here comes Maeda once again, looking to finish off this game against Livingston. It's Maeda down the wing. He sees King Kazu over on the other side. He gives a pass into King Kazu for his second. 2 tap-ins, 2 goals in only 6 minutes for King Kazu on his debut for Celtic. It is a career resurgence. Can he go ahead and actually make it in Europe, since he has never done it? With 5 minutes left to go, he has the opportunity to score his hat-trick here. On his debut, he has a shot and he puts it away. A hat-trick at 56 years old surely is the oldest hat-trick ever scored by a player. King Kazu is looking to become one of the best, even though he is in terrible disadvantage being 56 years of age. And the game does come to an end. King Kazu showing that age does not matter as long as you're dedicated, you love football, and you try your hardest. You can perform a hat-trick on his debut day game. What is going to come for King Kazu in the next couple of seasons?
Welcome, Nakata family. I don't know if y'all tuned in, but Miura has scored a hat-trick. How do you feel about it?
You really think he will continue this? That old man won't score a goal again.
Yes, I agree. Miura should just do what the rest of us did and retire. He has to grow up and realize he will never win a European trophy or become the world's best.
And after scoring a hat-trick on his debut, it was time for King Kazu's first ever start for Celtic, and who else but the Old Firm derby up against Rangers. Not only is it the Old Firm derby, but it is going to be old versus young, as it is King Kazu versus Nakata for the very first time. Nakata has been extremely bothered that King Kazu has come into play. Who is going to win this battle? And here comes Rangers in the second minute with Ryan Kemp with a shot, and it's a brilliant save from the keeper. And now here comes James Forrest on the ball. James Forrest gives a through ball to King Kazu in the 19th minute. He's bodying the defenders. He may not be fast, but he's absolutely strong. King Kazu with a shot, and he puts it away. The 56-year-old keeps defying everything that we've ever believed in. 56 years old, 4 goals in 2 games, beating Rangers in the Old Firm derby. And the game does come to an end. He has single-handedly beat Rangers 1-0, 56 years of age, and he's performing at the top level. Hopefully this is not a purple patch and he continues to perform this way. But 2 games isn't enough to prove how good he can be. He has to go ahead and prove himself in his second ever start against Dundee United to see if he's actually gonna have a great season here in Scotland. 15 minutes into the game, Ritsu Doan, who joined Celtic, is on the corner. He gives it to Jota, and now it's Jota. Gives it to King Kazu. King Kazu is on the ball. It's still King Kazu. Kazu getting past the defenders. Kazu with a shot. He puts it away. Kazu, no matter what game he plays, he is scoring. It looks like his experience is really helping him, even though his physicality is not there. And now it's James Forrest on the ball. James Forrest with a brilliant through ball into King Kazu. Looking for a second of the day. It's Kazu with a shot, and he is absolutely unstoppable. How is this man of 56 years old, the oldest player of all time to ever step on a football pitch, scoring these goals at a top level like the Scottish League in Europe? And now it's Rosario on the ball, who also joins Celtic with a brilliant through ball to King Kazu. He's looking for a second hat-trick of his Celtic career. There's no way he's going to do it. King Kazu with a shot and puts it away. 2 hat-tricks in 3 games, 7 goals for Kazu. This has been probably his best start ever in a season in his 20 plus 30 years of playing professional football. Can he actually become one of the best players in the world? And as the game comes to an end with another 3-0 victory for Kazu and Celtic, his great form, of course, did not stop there. As in the next 2 games, he scored a total of 3 goals, 1 against another tough team in Aberdeen. And we were now in the final day of the season, 1 point behind Rangers, who they are facing in the final day of the season, as Nakata and King Kazu are both fighting for the Golden Boot. 27 for Nakata and King Kazu 24. Who is going to win the Scottish League title and who is going to win the Golden Boot to prove it doesn't matter how old you are?
It is the final day of the season. Nakata, you've been doubting Miura all season, but now you are fighting for the title and the Golden Boot. Do you take back what you said?
There is no way you believe in him. He's had a lucky season, but I will win this league title. I will win the Golden Boot, and I am better than Miura. Just watch!
Miura, Nakata said you have no chance of winning tonight. Is this true?
I'm not worried about what he says or what anyone says. I'm focused on becoming the best player I can be and help my team win at every cost.
It is now time for the final day of the season. Celtic versus Rangers, the Old Firm derby. The winner takes the league title. King Kazu versus Nakata, who are also fighting for the Golden Boot. Old versus young. Who is going to win this matchup? The league title and the Golden Boots. And here comes the Rangers already in the 2nd minute. It's Jack on the ball. Jack down the wing. Gives the ball to Nakata with a shot. It's such an easy goal. Terrible defending from the defenders and the goalkeeper with a terrible attempt of a save. Nakata has scored his 20th goal this season, putting Rangers in a 1-0 lead to win that league title. And here comes Jack once again. 16 minutes later, down the wing again. Gives it to Nakata. Nakata gives it to Furuhashi, who joined Rangers. Furuhashi with a shot, and it goes in, man. Rangers make it 2-0. An assist from Nakata as they make it 2-0. Is King Kazu and Celtic gonna lose that league title, man? But Rangers weren't done just yet. In the second half, as Furuhashi has a shot, and it's a brilliant save from our keeper. But that was all she wrote, as King Kazu failed to win his first league title in Europe. He was so close. He scored 24 goals as a 57-year-old. Nakata wins this battle as Young proves to be the chosen age to go with in professional football as he lifts the league title. What is coming next for King Kazu? Is he going to go ahead and retire, or going to continue to become the best player in the world?
Sadly, I couldn't win today, but I'm blessed for another year of football and I'm ready for next season.
Miura, your first ever UCL campaign. How do you feel, sir? Will you make it to the group stages?
Thanks. I'm excited to be playing under the blue lights, and yes, I'm dead focused on helping my team reach the group stages.
Nakata, congratulations, your first ever UCL campaign. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. As the future best player, I will make sure we win every game and win the trophy.
And King Kazu has decided to stay in professional football, and more importantly, decided to stay here at Celtic. And they are now, since they finished in 2nd place, they have to fight in the playoff positions for the UCL up against Fenerbahce. Can King Kazu go ahead and qualify for his first ever in his 20-year career in the UCL? Can he do it, man?
Wow, man. My very first Champions League game. I'm so excited. I will do my best and we will qualify for the next round.
And now, here comes Jota down the wing looking for UCL football as he gives a brilliant through ball into King Kazu. Can he go ahead and score his first ever UCL goal with a shot? He puts it away. Kazu, it took him a couple years, but at 57 years of age, he has scored his first ever UCL goal. Surely, he's going to make it to at least the group stages. And the ref has blown the whistle for the first leg in Turkey as Kazu scores the only goal. But it was time to fly all the way back to Scotland as they're going up for that second leg. Can he go ahead and secure on to the next and final playoff round, or will he fail at this final hurdle and now qualify for the UCL? And now it's Jota down the wing with a through ball into King Kazu. Can he go ahead and get another goal with a shot? And yes, another goal in the 7th minute of the game. King Kazu wants his first ever UCL campaign, and hopefully he's gonna do it. And now it's another brilliant ball pass into Jota, 1v1 against the keeper, but he gives it to King Kazu with a shot, and it's 2 goals for Kazu. They're making it to the next round of the playoffs, where they have to win 2 more games in order to qualify for those group stages. And that was enough for King Kazu and Celtic to go ahead and qualify for the next round. Who up next? They're playing at home, so they're staying in Scotland up against a tough team in Benfica. Can they go ahead and somehow cause an upset in these next 2 legs to qualify for the group stages? It's been a boring game so far, but Kazu has an opportunity in the 76th minute for a penalty to take the lead, and he puts it in the bottom corner. The goalkeeper almost gets it, but Kazu has given them a last-minute lead in this first leg of the final playoff round. And that penalty was enough to give Celtic and Kazu that victory, but now they're on their way to Portugal, and they're here in Benfica Stadium for the second leg. One more game, and King Kazu will have qualified for his first ever UCL campaign. Can he go ahead and do it at the age of 57? 44 minutes in, here comes Parella on the ball, gives it to Stefano Sensei. Sensei into King Kazu, who's looking for a second goal of this tie, and yes, he has done it. His second goal in the second leg. Surely that goal is enough to send Celtic and Kazu to the group stages. But now, here comes Benfica, looking to end those dreams in the second half at the very start. João Mario with the corner, with the cross in, into Gonçalo Ramos with a shot, and it goes in. Benfica are still in this game with 45 minutes left to go. Will King Kazu not make it to his first ever UCL campaign? But now it's time for Celtic for a corner of their own, as Stefano Sensei gives a cross to Jota, but he misses it. But now Jota is looking for the ball. He gives it to King Kazu. King Kazu from outside the box with a finesse, and it goes in. That is probably the best goal he has ever scored in his career, and surely this is the goal that sends him to his first ever UCL campaign. And yes, they have done it. Kazu has qualified for his first ever UCL campaign. Is he going to do well? Is he going to cause an upset and make it to the round of 16, even the quarters or the semis? Or is he just going to have fun in the group stages? There's only one way to find out.
Whoa, there is no way this old bat made it to the groups. They're gonna get destroyed.
There is no chance this man can last 6 games in the UCL. He should just retire.
And it is now time for King Kazu's first ever official UCL campaign game in the group stage against Real Sociedad. Can he go ahead and make an impression here and somehow take Celtic to the round of 16 and get them out of this tough group? And here comes Stefano Sensei on the ball, looking for their first UCL goal of the season. Sensei with a through ball into King Kazu, who is 1v1 against the keeper. King Kazu with a shot, and he puts it away. His goal scoring form has now stopped since he decided to go back on his retirement, and he has scored his first ever UCL group stage game ever in his entire career. And that goal was enough to give him the first 3 points, a 1-0 victory. But up next was probably the toughest team he has ever faced in his entire career in Inter Milan. Can he go ahead and get another 3 points for Celtic? Dani Ceballos, who has also joined Celtic for this UCL campaign, is on the ball now. 18 minutes in, it's still Dani Ceballos with a through ball to King Kazu. He may not be the fastest, but he gets past the defender. It's still King Kazu with a shot, he puts it away. This man just cannot stop scoring. 57 years of age. And this man is an absolutely goal machine. But Inter Milan have an opportunity of their own. Lautaro Martinez, Shit Guy to take the penalty. And of course, Shit Guy is gonna miss. It's still 1-0. And yes, it's another 3 points for Kazu and Celtic. And his good form did not stop there, as in the final 4 UCL group stage games, he scored a total of 6 goals against teams like Porto, Sociedad, and Inter Milan. And he has somehow gotten out of this group with Celtic. And now it's time to find out who they will be facing in King Kazu's first ever knockout game in the UCL.
Miura, your first ever knockout game came up against your arch rival Nakata. What will the result be?
It's simple. I want my team to win, and I will do my best to make that happen. I wish luck to Rangers and Nakata.
Nakata, you have been amazing. Will we see more of the same against Miura and Celtic?
Of course, I'm one of the best players in the world. I will continue to shine in the UCL and win it all.
Hidetoshi, your son will be facing your former teammate. Who are you backing in this tie?
That is such a dumb question. My son is the best in the world, and Miura is just old. He has no chance of doing well.
And what a game to kick off his first ever UCL knockout game. Celtic versus Rangers once again, an old firm derby. Nakata, who's done very relatively well here in the UCL campaign, as well as Kazu, to be playing each other in a 2-legged tie to see who'll go on to their first ever quarterfinals. Who is going to win this time? 21 minutes into the game, it's a ball played into Jota, who is down that wing, who sees King Kazu with the space. It's Jota, gives it to Kazu with a shot, and it's a brilliant save from the keeper, man. It was so close to going in. But once again, here comes Celtic. James Forrest gives it to Kazu, but it's an interception. But James Forrest wins it back. It's Forrest, gives it to King Kazu with a header, and it goes in. 1-0 in the first leg. Kazu has given them a lead against Nakata. Can they go ahead and keep that in the next leg as well? And here comes Johnson right before halftime, looking for a cross here. Johnson with a cross into Jota, into King Kazu with a shot, who has a shot in his buck, for Kazu with a follow-up, and it goes in. Kazu 2-0 in the first half. Surely they're gonna make it to the next round with this 2-goal lead. And those 2 goals were enough to go ahead and send them to the second leg with a 2-0 lead. But now it's time to go to Ranger Stadium. Can they go ahead and keep the lead? Can King Kazu go ahead and make sure he makes it to his first ever quarterfinals in the UCL and send Nakata packing? And here comes Rangers looking to fight back into this time. For some reason, it says we have 1 goal lead when we should have 2, but it's Todd Canwell. Todd Canwell into Nakata with a shot, and it goes in. It is now officially 2-1 in aggregate, but for some reason, it's showing 1. Please, hopefully this game does not send us out and Nakata doesn't score another goal. But here comes Nakata. Once again, if he scores a second goal, I'm not sure who's going to go through because of a glitch in the game, but still, here comes Nakata. Nakata, 1v1 against the keeper, and he gets his second. It should be 2-2 in aggregate, but it says 2-1. What is going on? Nakata is possibly sending Rangers to the next round. No way Kazu is bottling this lead. But here comes Alfredo Morelos in the 75th minute. It's given to Jack. Jack at the bottom of the midfielder gives it to Ryan Kent to win the shot, and it goes in. It doesn't even matter. It is now 3-1 or 3-2 in aggregate. Rangers are going to the next round if nobody scores at least 1 goal. And no, the ref blows the whistle. Kazu is out. Nakata sparks a brilliant comeback for Rangers to win this Old Firm derby, 2-legged tie. And Nakata goes on to the quarters while Kazu goes back home without going to his first ever quarterfinal game. Once again, young beats old. Will this always be the case, man?
You couldn't beat Nakata. What do you have to say?
Sadly, we couldn't get through. We have a lot to improve, but congrats to Nakata. He has such a huge future.
You have beaten Miura. How do you feel, Nakata?
I told you, he had no chance. That old man has to retire.
What a signing! Italian giants Inter Milan have signed the talented Nakata. He had an amazing season last year, reaching the quarters. So Nakata, how do you feel?
Well, the best players join the best teams, and that's what I have done. As for a message for that old man Miura, I have won the rivalry as I will play for the best team, and he is still at Celtic.
Nakata, did you not hear? Miura has signed for AC Milan.
Wow, what a terrible signing. That man can barely walk. Well, I wouldn't mind outshining him once again.
Wow, I can't believe this kid. Why can't he just be humble and focus on himself? One day, he will learn.
King Kazu is now the age of 58 and he is playing for AC Milan, and it's time for the first game of the season in the Allianz Arena in the Serie A, as King Kazu is looking to do his best here against Juventus. We go ahead and make an impressive start here in AC Milan. In the 30th minute, King Kazu has a chance for a free kick. He has never really been good at free kicks in his career, but at any moment that could change as he has a shot and it goes in. He has actually scored a free kick against Juventus as he is searching to help Milan win the league title. What a brilliant way to cement yourself on your debut at 58 years of age, man. And now it's Dahoud on the ball. The midfielder who joined from Borussia Dortmund is Dahoud on the ball. With a brilliant tackle from the Juventus defender, but now Tonali gives it to Rafael Leao. Leao with a brilliant through ball into Beauregard, who is now 1v1 against the keeper, but he gives it to King Kazu with a shot and he scores his brace. It is a weak shot, but he's put right into the top corner in the 86th minute to give Milan the 3 points. 2-0 to King Kazu, 2 goals on his Serie A debut. This guy is aging like fine wine.
What a brilliant debut from Miura, but up next you have the talented Nakata. Will you be able to beat him?
I'm not focused on beating Nakata. I'm focused on being the best I can and winning for my team.
An amazing debut from Nakata, but do you have...
Don't even say it. I know I'm facing Miura, and there is no chance that old man beats me ever.
But straight after that win against Juventus, it was a tough test. And guess who's back in his life? Nakata versus King Kazu. Milan versus Inter Milan. A Milan derby at the San Siro legendary stadium. Will King Kazu finally get a victory over Nakata? Or will he struggle once again and Young will continue to trump the older players? In the 8th minute, Nakata already has an opportunity to put them in the lead as he has a penalty. He goes to the left and he puts it away. Nakata keeps getting better and better each season. It sucks that his ego is so big because he continues to prove himself every step of the way. But here comes King Kazu. He is not giving up just yet. It's Miura. Miura with a shot. It's a brilliant save from Onana. What a brilliant, beautiful save. And now Lautaro Martinez receives the ball. Lautaro gives it to his partner, Nakata, who's looking for a second. He gets past the defender, Nakata, with outside the box, and it's a beautiful goal from Nakata. He is continuously scoring so many goals at such a young age. And now it's Rafael Leao on the ball. Milan looking for their goal. At least a consolation in the 72nd minute with a through ball into King Kazu. Can Miura go ahead and get his first goal of the Milan derby with a shot, and it goes in. Hopefully there's enough time to at least equalize this game so Miura can actually finally get something over Nakata. And no, sadly, the ref blows the whistle and Nakata wins once again. Young beats old once again. will Nakata ever lose to King Kazu if they even continue to face each other in the same league?
I must do better. My performance was not enough.
But even after that loss, Kazuyoshi Miura is still looking for that league title, and he is playing yet another title rival in AS Roma against the best manager of all time, Jose Mourinho. Can King Kazu go ahead and do a great job and help Milan break down the amazing system that Mourinho has built here at Roma? And now Sandro Tonali on the ball. Sandro Tonali gives it to Szoboszlai. It's Szoboszlai. Gives it to King Miura. It's Miura. Now on the ball. Miura with a shot and puts it away. Even he couldn't score 2 goals against Inter Milan. He scores 1 to take the lead against AS Roma. Can he go ahead and get the victory here? And yes, that 1 goal was enough for King Miura to go ahead and get another 3 points for AC Milan. The question is, can he go ahead and win the league title?
It is the final day of the Serie A season. AC Milan sit at the top with 90 points, with Inter 1 point behind, as they will face in a Milan derby. Winner takes all. Sadly today, Miura wasn't able to show up for our interview, so we've brought on Japanese legend Nakata. Nakata, how do you feel? Will your son ever be victorious again?
There is no other result than a win for my son. Miura didn't show up to this interview because he is scared, and he knows he can't beat my son.
Wow, I can't believe these two. Hidetoshi is far gone, but I must teach his son a valuable lesson.
It is now time for the final day of the season. Milan are up by 1 point against Inter Milan as they face each other here in the Milan derby. King Kazu has the opportunity to win his first ever trophy here in Europe, here in the Serie A. Can he go ahead and beat Nakata this time around, or will he flop and Nakata once again beat him? And here comes Lautaro Martinez as Inter Milan are chasing this league title down the wing. Gives it to Muniain. Iker Muniain gives it to Nicolo Barella. Barella gives it to Nakata with a shot and it goes in. Nakata takes a 1-0 lead for Inter once again, proving why he is one of the best players in the world at such a young age. Please, King Kazu, do something to turn this game around. I'm tired of seeing this man winning. But now it's Miura looking for a goal of his own here. It's still Miura. Outbodies the defender. Miura with a shot and it goes in. Off of deflection. That's all he needed. He gets the goal to equalize the game. Surely, if he draws this game or even wins it, he can win the league title. He just needs to hold on. Come on, Miura. Please hold on to that title. But in the 62nd minute, Nakata has an opportunity to end those dreams with a penalty and it goes in. He goes down the bottom right and Nakata takes the lead, giving Inter Milan the league title if the scores stay the same. Please, there is only a couple minutes left. Kazu, you have to do something, man. And yes, he has an opportunity. The biggest penalty of his career. Can he go in and score to win? And no, he misses the penalty. And he loses the league title. If he would have scored that, he would have kept that league title and won his first ever trophy in Europe. But no, Nakata lives the league title with Inter Milan. And King Kazu once again loses to a younger player. It looks like young is better than being old in the footballing era. Man, King Kazu fails again.
Another year, another missed opportunity. Maybe it's my time to retire from the game. Well, I will give it one last go for the Champions League. I believe I can do it.
Old versus young, the never-ending story. A young king coming to the field of play while the old royalty coming back after some time away. The Champions League final where both have never been to this stage, as both want victory to write their next page. Who will be the one who misses judgment? This is the Champions League and it's live!
And Kazuyoshi Miura has been on a mission, absolutely dominated the group stages of the UCL with AC Milan, and now here he is back in the round of 16 against Newcastle United. Is he going to go ahead and go to his first ever quarterfinals by beating Newcastle in these next 2 legs? 9 minutes in, here comes Nicolas Gonzalez, who gives it to Miura. Miura looking for the first goal of this time, and he puts it away. Miura is focused on one thing and one thing only, to win that UCL, as he wants to teach Nakata a lesson, and he wants to go ahead and win his first ever European trophy. But Miura wasn't done just yet, as he has another opportunity here, as he is 1v1 against his defender, and he's looking to get past him. It's still Miura. Miura cuts back onto his right foot. Miura with a shot, and it's saved by Nick Pope. But that 1 goal was enough to send them to the second leg with a 1-0 lead. But now it's time to go to the San Siro. If you can go ahead and keep this lead, AC Milan and King Kazu will go on to the quarterfinals, another step closer to winning that UCL and becoming the best player in the world. 6 minutes in, James Maddison has a penalty to give Newcastle a draw in aggregate as he goes to left, but Mike Maigan makes a brilliant save. And now it's Dominic Szoboszlai with a brilliant chip pass. He receives it. Dominic Szoboszlai with a brilliant pass into King Kazu, who is 1v1 against the goalkeeper, but Gomez is catching up to him. But still King Kazu, who has a shot, and it goes in. It doesn't matter if Gomez was catching up to him. His experience knows his positioning, and he has a perfect shot into the top left corner. But here comes Miro once again, looking for the second of this game. It's still Miro with a shot, and puts it away. There it is. The tie is over. He's going to the quarterfinals. So the question is, who is he going to be playing in the quarterfinals? His first ever in his career. And it looks like the first leg of the quarterfinals and his first ever quarters of his career. He is playing against Bayern Munich, the biggest team he has ever played in his long career. Now at the 59 years of age, can he go ahead and beat Bayern in this first leg to give him a good chance to qualify to his first ever semi-finals? Raul de Tomas has an opportunity to put Bayern into the lead with a penalty as he goes to the right, and Raul de Tomas gives Bayern a good 1-0 lead. And that penalty by De Tomas was the only goal of the game as Bayern Munich have a good 1-0 lead. And now they have traveled to the Allianz Arena. Can King Kazu go ahead and turn this around? But here comes AC Milan chasing this game as Dominic Szoboszlai. He sees King Kazu making a run, and he plays a beautiful pass. King Kazu just fast enough to reach that ball. It's Miro 1v1 against Manu Neuer with a shot, and it goes in. There it is. They have equalized this tie. It is now 1-1 in aggregate. One more goal can send them to the semifinals. Nicolas Gonzalez gives it into Miro. It's still Miro. Miro, the oldest player to ever play in the UCL. It's still Miro. It's still Miro. It's still Miro with a shot, and it goes in. The oldest player of all time to step on a freaking football pitch. He has taken the lead against one of the best teams in the world. Surely he's going to his first ever semifinals, and surely he's going to go to the final and win the Champions League and become the world's best player. And now it's Rafael Leao with a cross in into Miro, who takes a touch. It's still Miro. Turns Miro with a shot, and he gets a hat-trick. His first ever UCL hat-trick comes at 59 years of age. This guy is absolutely absurd. He's aging like fine wine, like I've said before. And the ref blows a whistle, a hat-trick. His first ever match of his career in the UCL, the oldest player ever to score a hat-trick in the UCL and in professional football. But the question is, who will he be facing in the semifinals? And it's time for the first semi-final leg as he is playing against a team he has played before in AS Roma against Mourinho's man. Last time out, he beat him 2-0. He scored both goals. But it's the Champions League. Mourinho's a different monster when it comes to the UCL. Can King Kazu go ahead and go up against this hurdle and reach his first ever UCL final? Rafael Leao on the ball, has a turn into Miro with a shot, and it goes in. Miro takes a 1-0 lead against AS Roma, but the job is not done. As the first leg does end in a 1-0 victory, as Miro's only goal was enough, they now travel to the AS Roma Stadium in Italy for the second leg. One more game is standing in Miro's way to reach his first ever UCL final. Can he go ahead and finish the job? Sandro Tonali on the ball, gives it to Theo Hernandez. Hernandez gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno gives it to Nicolas Gonzalez with a shot, and Milan have scored another goal. 2-0 lead in aggregate. Surely Miro and Milan are going to the UCL final. And yes, another 1-0 victory was enough. Even though King Miro did not score in this game, it does not matter. This is a team effort, but Miro is going to his first ever UCL final. One more game and he wins his first ever European trophy. Can he actually win the UCL on his first try? Who is going to be his UCL final opponent? If you think Miro is going to win the UCL, make sure to subscribe.
It's time for the UCL final, your first ever UCL final against Mira. You have beaten him in every situation. Will it stay the same?
I am the best player in the world, and I will prove that today. I will win my first UCL, and I will win my first Ballon d'Or. Mura has no chance.
Mira, 60 years old, and your first ever UCL final. How do you feel?
I'm thankful to be here, but I am announcing my retirement. No matter the result tonight, this will be my last game of football. I want to thank the world for supporting me and allowing me to play for this long. I will do my best to win my first ever trophy, but I have one final thing to say. Nakata, you are an amazing player and have the world at your feet. I hope you one day learn the difference between being confident and being cocky. I want you to be the best, but don't let these emotions get in your way. Good luck.
It is now time for the UCL final. Nakata once again is in Miro's way to win his first ever trophy in Europe. Inter Milan versus AC Milan in the San Siro. Miura now, at the age of 60, is playing his final game of illustrious career, and he wants to end it in the best way possible. Win his first ever European trophy and end on the high as he's played this beautiful game for such a long time. But the question is, can he finally be Nakata, or will he fail once again and retire without winning a single trophy in European football?
The oldest footballer of all time continued to play to reach his prime. A new young player emerged with hate, unwilling to accept the help offered on his plate. Year after year, they battled it out, with the young one always rising above the old shout as he sought to teach the young one a valuable lifelong song. Their final game was set, their stage now so bright. As the old one sought to teach with all his might, the young one was ready, so confident and true, but the old one was determined, his lesson long overdue.
10 minutes into the game, here comes Brahim Diaz looking to kickstart the first attack for AC Milan. It's still Brahim, gives it to King Miro. It's Miro, 1v1 against Onana, and he puts it away. He has scored his first ever UCL final goal. It's 1-0 early in the game. Can he actually do it? Can he actually finally be Nakata? Can he actually win his first ever UCL? And now it's Chris De Catalare. De Catalare gives it to King Kazu. It's King Kazu, 1v1. Once again, literally 5 minutes later, Kazu with a shot, and 5 minutes later, he misses the opportunity to go 2-0 up. And now it's King Miro. Once again, only 6 minutes after that missed shot, it's still Miro. It's still Miro, 1v1 with a shot, and he puts it away. Miro, in the first half, has scored 2 goals in the UCL final. Do you know how crazy it is to be 60 years old and score 2 goals in the first half? That is absolutely insane. And now it's Benacer on the bar in the 36th minute. It's still the first half, but it's given to King Kazu with a chip. Is it going to go in? Yes, it does. He has scored a first half hat-trick at the age of 60. And surely this game is over. And surely he is winning the UCL. And surely he has finally taught Nakata a lesson. And hopefully he can somehow become the world's best player as he retires with a Ballon d'Or. We will never know. And the ref has blown the whistle. Miro has done it for the first time ever. He has beaten Nakata in the first time in 4 years. And he has won his first ever trophy in Europe, being the biggest trophy you can win, the UCL. And he goes ahead and lifts the UCL trophy. But there's still one question to be answered. Can he somehow win the Ballon d'Or before he retires?
And the winner of this year's Ballon d'Or is Kazuyoshi Miura, the oldest player to ever win this trophy.
Wow, he was right. I will change.
If you guys enjoyed this video, then you guys will definitely join me making Kylian Mbappe the world's best player. Click right here.